It's Block.News and another episode of Meet the Makers. Today I'm here with Jason Futch from Spry One. He was nice enough to Skype in from Atlanta, Georgia today, and we really appreciate that. Jason, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about Spry One and your products and services, what exactly you do?
Well, Spry One is a loyalty platform. We extend current loyalty programs by making the points exchangeable across the blockchain. So, in short, if you have, let's say, hotel loyalty points, and you have airline loyalty points, and you want to exchange one for another, we provide that capability of doing that. So, from an end user perspective, imagine logging into one app where you see all your loyalty points for all your companies that you have points against, and you're able to freely exchange those points with other users of Spry One. From a business perspective, the benefit of doing that is all of the analytical data that we're collecting, from putting it on the blockchain, using it as a ledger, knowing where that point began all the way to where it ended at.
So you're removing the sort of, so if I wanted to, I wouldn't have to cash out and then get, tokens elsewhere or rewards elsewhere.
Correct. So what we're doing is we're not actually using our Spry token
Okay.
as the loyalty point itself. We are only using our Spry token for the movement of loyalty points.
Okay.
We are actually, the loyalty points themselves that are on our system is we're creating private tokens, and those private tokens are assigned to private wallets. And as those tokens are moving from one wallet to another, underneath the scenes, that's where we're charging or using our token for that transaction across there. But all the loyalty points are nothing more than sitting in private wallets because of the volatility of the token itself. We want it to be a static price on that token. So when a business signs up and says, I want to put my loyalty points on Spry One, they actually sign a value to each point. So they can say 1 point is worth 1 penny, or 1 point is worth a fraction of a penny. So we know the value of each company's loyalty point. An example is a pizza joint. Their loyalty points are sometimes 1 point to $1 versus a credit card company whose points is usually 1 cent to $1. So if you're going to go exchange your points with somebody else, you want a fair trade. So more than likely, it's going to be 100 of those credit card points to 1 of those pizza points.
And you guys are kind of coming up with the numbers for this, it's kind of a whole new marketplace, this sort of loyalty, trade-off. And you have to put a value on each one. And how do you do that?
The business themselves are the ones that are assigning value, because those businesses already know what those loyalty points are worth to them. They're redeemers of. So what do you do with points? You redeem it. You redeem them for discounts. You redeem them for gift cards. You redeem them for products. Well, to the companies themselves, they already have a value internally to what each of those points mean.
I see. Okay.
So they're just letting us know that.
Right. All right. This is great because I hate to be in that position where I don't have enough points to get anything in a certain, with a certain company, but I don't see myself doing business with them much. Again, maybe.
Correct.
And I'm going to have those points just kind of lingering, and I'll never ever be able to redeem those. Or I got points in something and I don't like what they offer me for rewards. I would rather have some of other rewards elsewhere. And this sounds like a solution to both of those cases to me. Can you think of any other solutions?
You mean competitors in the field?
I mean, where users like me, I just gave 2 examples of how this would benefit me. What other examples can you come up with?
Well, exchanging of points is one thing, especially for you who are not going to use the points, and get rid of those points for something that you are going to use, which it benefits the business themselves because it's driving new traffic to them or increasing the residual traffic from that person who needs more of those points. Why have those points wasted out there? part of the analytical data that we're tracking helps business really see the benefit of utilizing this piece. Now, that's just one small piece of what Spry One does for the exchanging. It's the piece that the consumers look at as the benefit. Of course, the analytical is what the business likes, but the other piece is how do you earn additional points besides just buying things at those companies.
Right.
So we provide within our app ability to install plugins. These plugins are made by ourselves and by our third-party developers, where let's say after you bought something, it pops a survey on your phone that says you can get an extra 25, 50, 100 points for filling out this survey about how was your experience there. So you're now the business has a way of getting direct feedback on that particular store, that location, or even the sales rep that you were interacting with. Other things is beacon support. So when you're in a store and there's certain promotional or discounts, if you got the Spry One app and you have that as one of your if you're a loyalty consumer of that particular business and have your beacon enabled, you can actually, when you walk through the store, get notifications of different discounts or different promotions within the store. So there's all sorts of options with plugins, and I'm sure third-party developers are going to extend out and use other use cases to extend our app further. But we have our APIs available, and it's all about, for us, collecting the analytical data and extending out current businesses' loyalty programs. We're not looking to rip and replace any loyalty program. We're looking to extend current loyalty programs.
Yeah, and bridge gaps between these programs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, are there any other companies doing what you're doing? And if so, how are you separating yourself from them?
There is no other company that we know of that is doing it the way we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed there was another ICO that was using their token as the actual loyalty point, but the problem is there's many problems with that because your token's going to fluctuate in price, and you're forcing the consumer to learn about crypto. With this, the consumer doesn't even have to know about crypto at all. It's just something that powers it underneath the scenes. Even the business itself don't have to know about crypto. It's just a hidden layer. So competitor-wise, there is no other company that I know of that is doing it the way we're doing it.
Fantastic. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your team?
Okay, so I'll start with myself. This is my actually fourth startup. I've sold 3 successfully already. I've been doing this for 18 years doing this. So I am a software architect, entrepreneur, you can say. So I built companies, started with classified sites, actually in the pet sector. Built that up very fast in the early 2000s and sold those. And in the real estate space. So website for realtors, we had close to 10,000 realtors on our website platform where they created their own websites. And when the market took a plump there in 2008 is when we took a hit on that.
Yeah, sure.
But we sold what we had left of that. And then point of sale. So my focus has actually been in the point of sale sector and the e-commerce sector and order management and so on and so forth, where we deal with loyalty every day in those loyalty programs. So this ain't nothing new, at least for me from a technology perspective, but this is a way of, I see a gap in the current loyalty, what is there with all these unused points and so on and so forth, even tracking that the blockchain kind of fills that gap. Kent, co-founder, he has an extensive background in technology side as well. Chris Cantella, he's leads up our biz dev side. He's worked with me in the past on several companies, mainly handling the merchant service side of things, which merchant service side can be really similar to the loyalty, because loyalty points are given every time you buy something usually.
Yeah.
And it's just like a credit card transaction. So it's a high volume type type of business. And then we have our blockchain developers as well, and we're looking for more blockchain developers.
Hey, how about that? All right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, can you tell you mentioned a little bit about your background, and you seem very entrepreneurial. Other than that, what sort of passion drove you to go into this area here, into blockchain? What sort of what really drives you outside of entrepreneurial and money and stuff for you to get into this?
Technology is what really drives me.
You could win anyway. Yeah, so it's the technology. You really like to geek out on this stuff.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, this seems to be the perfect place to do it, and so I like that you're doing that. Where do you see? What vision do you have for Spry One? Can you give us sort of a glimpse into 6 months, a year, 3 years from now? Where do you see this going? Where do you want it to go?
Well, within the next 6 months to a year, we were hoping that the adoption rate from third-party developers would, of course, increase, and then our partnerships with other loyalty programs to extend out their platform. So the next 6 months is really those partnership relationships and building out that side. Of course, adoption of current companies, existing businesses to get on the platform. But within a year, that's when we'll be ready for the adoption for the big enterprise size clients, the ones with thousands of stores,
right.
hotels and stuff like that, which we have some of those connections now.
Mm-hmm.
We're just waiting for the platform to be at that level to get them in there. So.
Yeah, I like that. Where do you see the industry going as a whole? Like, what's your vision down the road? Like, give me some insight into your crystal ball here. Loyalty programs, loyalty extension like you're doing. Where do you see this going?
Well, I see loyalty in general being more more exchangeable in some ways, because every loyalty program that's out there today is very isolated.
Totally isolated, and it's a really nobody wins.
Correct. Yep. And it's a hidden market for expanding your business out. Some people may look at it, it's like, why would I want to give points to somebody who hasn't been at your location? Well, just because of that drives them into your location. Or your committed customer who likes your store is going to want to be there even more in some way. So there's more, from a marketing perspective, you are bringing more people in from that. And then the whole fact of learning more about how your points are actually used and from the analytical data that you could collect from the exchanging of points and using the points, you could really modify and tweak your business to a whole new level from a loyalty perspective, because that's data no one's collected before.
Yeah, I like that. So I see that going down the road. I mean, I just would love to be able to, hey, these points I got over here, I'd like to, I'm now in this store. Well, why don't I just switch them over here? And instantaneously, I'm using points I got from CVS, but I'm in Home Depot right now. You know what? Hit a button, and now I can do this in Home Depot. I mean, that's, to me, the future of these kinds of programs. Is that accurate?
Yeah, exactly. So you're on the Spry One app, which our white paper has some screenshots on there. We actually have a demo video as well. But you're in your Spry One app, let's say, and you're in that Home Depot. And when you're there, you notice, you know what? I'm getting this washer and dryer, and I would love to use this 10% off coupon, but I only need 20 extra loyalty points. I got this other one sitting here from this clothing company.
Yep.
Let's go put it out on the exchange. And how we do the exchange is it's just not sitting there and people says, it's not like a classified. It just don't sit out there and people say I do it. You basically put rules. You say, I am looking for Home Depot, and these are what I'm willing to give up out of my loyalty thing. And if somebody meets that expectation, it automatically makes that relationship, and all you got to do is hit approve.
Now, when you say when somebody makes that, could it be my wife? My wife's like, hey, I don't have a wife, but I'm saying if I had a wife and we're shopping in Home Depot together, she goes, well, she's got the app. She goes, well, I got points on here. Can I give these to you? Can I gift these to you? Is anything like that happening?
Correct. So that's the one way we set up as well. So we keep track of what each point is worth for each business, but that's just a marker for you to know what the value of those particular loyalty points are worth. If you're willing to give up 50% or 100% for nothing, so transferring points from one to another becomes capable. Yeah.
That's amazing. You could gift your points to somebody. Hey, Christmas is coming up. I don't feel like buying gifts. I'm going to give you loyalty points. Loyalty points. Loyalty points. Loyalty points for everyone. And I don't have to leave my couch, which sounds amazing. No more will Santa be coming down your chimney. It'll just be loyalty points coming down your chimney into your wallet. That's amazing. I love this. This is great. I think this is fantastic. This is a weird question, but fun. If I don't know if you had a theme song for Spry 1, what would it be?
Oh my, I am horrible at songs.
all right. If Spry 1 was a superhero, what kind of powers would it have? He or she?
Oh my, I would say female, just because.
Why not?
It has to do with retail. Oh gosh.
She would be very loyal.
Yes, very loyal. I don't know. Superwoman, I guess.
Perfect. Why not?
Yeah.
Superwoman. Yeah, Spry 1.
Yeah.
I love this. I love to throw questions out there like that. It's so fun to me. I'm glad you really took the time to join us today, Jason. Can you give more, just the kind of closing information, some little message about it, instructions that you have? Oh, how about a website? Where can they get more information about Spry 1? And are you up and running right now? If you're a vendor, can you go there? Or if you want to be a partner, can you go there? Can you buy tokens? Tell us all that stuff as we exit.
Sure. The website is spry1.io. You can find our white paper on there. Our private sale is getting ready to start. Our API will be ready in December for the third-party plugin, and come check it out. We have some. I forgot the name of the advisors. Gosh, we have some big advisors behind us.
Oh, fantastic.
Kevin Harrington, one of the sharks from Shark Tank.
Wow. All right.
He pushes us. You can see his promotional video right there on our site as well.
Great.
Brian Evans, one of the top blockchain marketers in Forbes magazine, as well as behind us. We're not the type of company who just goes out and gets a bunch of advisors. We got quality people who believe in what we do and are actually really advising for us, unlike some of these other ICOs out there who just seem to just rack up the advisors just to push.
Yeah, sure. So that's good. It lends some, authenticity to what you're doing, I think, and that's fantastic. So spry1.io if you want some more information. I want to thank you once again, Jason, for coming on and taking the time to do so from Atlanta. For those of you who enjoyed this video, you want to see more of our Meet the Makers series, go to block.news. I'm your host, Jonesy. Thanks again, Jason.